Christmas is only 38 days away. Do we have some like Christmas music or something we can kind of get people in the mood here this morning? There you go. So, you know, many people have likely started their holiday shopping already, and this morning we're so happy to have Nicole Middendorf here from Prosperwell Financial in Minnetonka to talk about tips to stay on budget. And that is the most important thing to do when you go out holiday shopping is you got to stay in bounds.
Right.
And a lot of people go out of bounds, let's be honest.
The average person takes them until May to pay off the credit card debt from the holidays.
Whoa.
So you do not want to be in that situation.
All right, so there's a statistic out there because of the shortened shopping season, maybe something like $1 billion a day in shopping is going to happen,
right,
you know, between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Correct. We only have 22 days. So there's like this pressure this year.
Yep.
And so it's predicted that we are going to be spending more because what happens? You spend with your emotions. You're like, oh my gosh, I've only got such a short period of time. And so the biggest thing is to have a budget and have a plan in place so that you're not overspending and that you're not regretting this after the holiday season.
And let's be honest, retailers are going to do everything they can to entice you to get in the door, you know, and hopefully make a purchase.
Absolutely, and go online as well. And so one of the, I mean, there's tons of advice that I have, but one of the pieces is if you're going online, I know there's Black Friday, so take advantage of it, take advantage of the sales. But if you're buying things online, put the stuff in your cart and then wait until Friday. Wait until the end of the week. Because if you stop and think about things, that's usually what happens where you're like, I really don't need to spend that much, or, oh, I really don't need to buy for this person. And really define who you're buying for and how much you want to spend for each individual.
Let it marinate a little bit, and it might change your view when you look back at it.
Absolutely.
So what are the biggest mistakes? What are the pitfalls people fall into?
It's overspending. It's using...
Guilty as charged.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's forgetting what the holidays are really about.
Yeah.
So many times we're wrapped up with, okay, let's buy gifts, let's having these big festivities, let's have all these big parties. But really, what are the holidays about? It's spending time with family, spending time with friends.
Absolutely.
And then you want to look at spending money on experiences, because studies show if you spend money on experiences, you're going to be happier than if you spend money on things. So rather than buying all these toys and all this stuff for your children, maybe save and say, hey, we're going to go to Disney World or whatever for spring break, so that you're actually giving an experience. And it can be anything. It doesn't have to be a huge, big trip.
We're looking at your tips here this morning. Don't use your credit card, the next one on the list there.
Right. That is the trap. Because how many times have you ever received a credit card bill in the mail and you're shocked at how much it is? And that's what happens. These credit card bills come in January, and then it takes people till May to pay them off.
Don't spend your retirement savings. Is that something that some folks might be tempted to do?
Yes, it's happened already. We get emails saying, hey, I need to cash in part of my Roth IRA, or I need to take part of my 401k plan or take a loan. That is an absolute no-no, because you're sacrificing your future just to have some immediate gratification, and that's not what life is about.
Real quick before we go, no holiday card, send an e-card instead. What?
This is the first time I'm doing this every year, and I looked at last year how much money we spent in postage. Crazy. And so we're sending out an e-card this year.
So consider that, and then maybe you can reallocate that money you saved and then maybe buy an extra gift.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nicole Middendorf, thank you so much for your expert advice this morning. We always appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.